President Donald Trump welcomes Malaysia's prime minister to the White House today. The two leaders are discussing security and counterterrorism, among other topics. Many, though, are critical of this meeting. Correspondent Mark Irons reports from the White House. Good evening, Mark.
Good evening, Lauren. President Trump thanked Prime Minister Najib Razak for investments Malaysia has made in the United States and for its role in fighting ISIS. But Razak's visit is controversial. Human rights experts say his government persecutes religious minorities, and that needs to be on the agenda today.
All smiles as President Trump greets his Malaysian counterpart.
It's great to have the Prime Minister of Malaysia.
The president pointing to a $1 billion trade deal with Boeing and praising Najib Razak's position on terror.
He's been very, very strong on terrorism in Malaysia and a great supporter from that standpoint. So that's a very important thing to the United States.
But Trump made no mention of a massive corruption scandal involving the prime minister or the persecution of religious minorities in his Muslim-majority country.
It's incredibly important that the president address the various human rights concerns and the important human rights concerns that are taking place in Malaysia right now.
David McKean is a human rights expert who specializes in Asia.
Strongly urge the president to press the prime minister on issues of religious persecution, including the persecution of Christians and any other religious minority in the country.
Back in Malaysia, political rivals of the prime minister agree. In a Washington Post op-ed today, a member of the Malaysian parliament says his country faces a desperate situation, and what should top President Trump's agenda is the hatred and fear fueled by Najib's own party's support of extremist groups that routinely harass and frighten the country's significant Christian, Buddhist, and Hindu minorities.
The U.S. Department of Justice is investigating the Malaysian Prime Minister amid allegations of a global embezzlement and money laundering scheme, but White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said she's not aware if that came up in today's meeting. Lauren.
Mark, what is the Catholic population in Malaysia?
Out of a population of 31 million, Catholics number approximately 1.1 million, including 190 parishes and around 270 priests. American Archbishop Joseph Marino is the Vatican's ambassador to Malaysia, and Pope Francis just received the first ambassador of Malaysia to the Holy See last year.
Correspondent Mark Irons at the White House. Thank you, Mark.